Hi. So one of my viewers, Sage, was asking, what are my thoughts regards people asking and or needing a permission before they help? So I made a few videos about it before, I guess, but time passes, my thoughts might change, or the way I say what I think might be different. And for some people, maybe they'll hear something they needed. But from this perspective, I think in some or most cases, this belief that a person needs to give a permission for help is more like a false teaching. And just because in life, where this game is rigged, so to speak, the game of life or reality is rigged, people who are bad, the psychopaths, narcissists, or not necessarily bad, but they don't really give a damn about others. They can commit crimes and do bad things all day long without asking for your permission. And they can really mess you over. Yet somehow for us to get help, we need to ask and or give permission. And this is like a new created belief for some where, you can get some help and you can get better if you ask and give permission. A lot of times this programming, might be good if you want some privacy, and that's great. But other times there might just be, or like this belief might be somewhere in the background where you're not paying attention, but life gets harsh and you're getting beat up all the time. You're not getting the help. You're not getting anything, and you just constantly get attacked and smashed and beat up. And where's the good stuff? It's not there. You don't see it. Because of that belief, there's a lot of people and a lot of beings even beyond this world who would be willing to help you out, yet they cannot. Because there's that belief in the background that those people, let's say Pleiadians or Taygetans or Lyrans and Andromedans and Arcturians or other beings, they might know you from your past lives. They might know you because of who you are. And they're willing to help. They're willing to give information, give you kind of like connections with your lovers or, like people that have passed away, give you energy work, protect you. Yet they cannot do that because there's a belief you need my permission to help. A lot of beings are willing to help us out. It's not just people here on Earth. A lot of people are sort of even shielding and not allowing the good guys to do anything for you. So I think in most cases, it's like people who are blind to entities or third parties attacking them. Like you have this thing happening in your life. You're constantly getting attacked. You get stuff stolen from you. Your relationships are failing. People are, cheating on you, or they reject you. They don't like you in general. You're unsuccessful in work, or technology just fails. And you might think like you're unlucky. You have Murphy's Law following you around. You're just, it's just life. That's just the way it is. We tell that to ourselves all the time, or most of the time, without even seeing that there's a third party who intentionally does that to you. Or you have a lover and the person you like, and all of a sudden, they reject you. They change. There's a person that and you have a great relationship, and other times you see that person who is possessed. They change completely and act out in ways that will hurt you and trigger you. And that changes again, and they're back to normal. So we have these instances where we're asking why. What happens is as though that person is possessed. So we're trying to deal with these issues, not seeing their third parties affecting this whole thing. And if we don't see them, but we're like, you need a permission for you like to help me, then we're not going to solve those things. Where we're trying to deal with it, but we're sort of blind to those things. A lot of people have it going on. And I think that for those who are able to do any kind of energy work, spiritual work, oh yeah, you have entities, clearly. I see them in your space, I can get rid of them. And a person's like, no, you cannot, because you need my permission. It's like, bitch, it's just like, and it's gone. Like, no, you cannot do that. You need my permission. So it's like all of a sudden we're playing this power trip, like, oh, I'm better, or like, look, not necessarily I'm better, but you cannot do anything for me unless I allow you. It's like, it's just so easy, like entities are gone, all this, like this issue disappears. Because like this whole thing, creation, dealing with entities and all this stuff, is just your thought. It's an intention. It is just like that. And if our issues can get away because someone understands how to deal with those problems, it's very easy to deal with those things. For people who are not aware of that, yet they're playing, you need my permission to help me, then like we're like just dealing with more problems. Why not make life easier? So there's this side. I can definitely respect those that are like, no, you need my permission and I will not allow anyone in my field. I can respect it. If someone doesn't want me playing and doing stuff for them, that's fine. And at the same time, there's this, I don't know, like saying, don't help if you're not asked. As in, some people don't need your help and they don't want you in their space. They can deal with stuff by themselves. Or, the life is fine the way it is. Don't touch anything, like it's just fine. So if that's the case, I can definitely respect that. But if a person is being abused and they're being messed with and they're blind to the issue, as in spiritually blind, let's say a person is blind and there's a bully hitting them and like he falls and trips and, like a lot of things get off from the table, things break and things get stolen and the person can't live the normal life. Yet you see it all happening and like, there's a bully in your space. Is it okay if I get rid of it? The person might not believe that there's a bully. They're like, no, I'm just clumsy. Like, no. Like there's literally someone, like trying to have you trip and like just throwing things away and stealing stuff from you. If they will not believe you, they will not allow you to help and they're gonna still suffer. So in that kind of cases, I think it's fine to step in and do some work. But then again, it really varies on the situation. But with that, while looking at all of the aspects of the situation and people and their preferences, I will still think of like, hey, if I see that this shit can be solved just with few thoughts and dealing with those entities and like getting rid of the cluster of entities, if I see it and it's obvious, then why not? But like, let's say I live with Rich and I see his entities, I see stuff in his space. I'm not going to tell him about it. I'm not going to do anything about it. Like he is the way it is, or like he is the way he is, and he carries the entities he has. And I'm not going to tell him about it. No, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to deal with him unless he's like, oh, fuck, it's an issue. So, like, what about if we address them more? I see him doing the work on himself. That's fine. But he doesn't need me to bring up all of his issues and stuff. And I think that would annoy people. So like, I respect his privacy. And, if he wants my help, sure. Other times, like I'm seeing my grandma worrying all the time. She's like, worry. And like, really like so much stress that is getting to her health. In that case, where she might not see entities and she's not into that spiritual stuff that much as I am, but I'm like, it's so easy. So we're like literally having tea and I'm drinking and I'm like working with those entities, getting them out of her space. And literally she becomes happier. She becomes like more relaxed. She's just like more chill. She, like we can like, I can leave and then, call her in about a week and she's doing much better. So in that case, like where I see stuff happening and I'm like, it's so easy to just clear stuff out of her space and she's going to be better. Why not? So like literally in some cases, it is important for me to like, hey, that person doesn't want me in my space. It's completely fine. I will not do anything. But in other times, like it's just so easy to help out a person and they don't know and life just gets better. They feel better. So what is it to me? Like, fine. So that's my view. Like really go with your beliefs and what you think is best and respect others if that's who you are. So that's my take on it today. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.